Welcome to the Change Revolution podcast with your host, Phil Cooke.
There's a revolution going on. It's a revolution in the media, and I think it will have more significance for this culture than the revolution that happened when the printing press was invented. What we're dealing with today is called a digital media revolution. It's the move from traditional broadcast media like radio and television to online media and digital media like you see on the internet, like you see on an iPhone or iPod and other digital media devices. The fact is, that media revolution is going to change everything you know about politics, government, science, education, even worship. And that's why I want to talk to you, because worship is going to be impacted in a very, very significant way. The new media revolution, understand this, is more than having a MySpace or a Facebook page. It's more than just seeing a movie on a cell phone. It's a fundamental shift in the way this culture communicates. This media revolution is really about a two-way conversation rather than a one-way. Now, when I grew up, we had 3 television networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS. And whatever they shoved down that pipeline, we watched. We were thrilled to see it. Now, the positive side of those days were that audiences were huge, huge. Even religious broadcasters had gigantic audiences in those days. I remember in the early 70s when I was in college and Oral Roberts did primetime television specials. He had more viewers for those primetime religious family TV specials than a typical primetime show has today. Why? Because there were only 3 networks in those days. Then Fox came along, we had 4 networks. Then cable came along, we had 20, we had 50, we had 100. Today, where I live in Los Angeles, we have more than 500 networks on cable television alone. That split up the audience in huge ways. So satellite broadcasting, television broadcasting, and now what we call Internet Protocol Television, or IPTV, is shattering the media structure out there. So what happens is we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and eventually unlimited numbers of channels, and that splits the audience up in a significant number of ways. That means today that the niche is the new big. It's all about the niche, not about reaching the mass audience we thought we were reaching before. The fact is, this two-way conversation means that the audience is now in control. If you're a television station owner, or a radio station owner, or you work at a network, or you're a program producer, and you think you're in charge, forget it. Forget it. Those days are over. What you send down the pike is one of thousands of choices that a consumer has today. So that radically changes the perspective that we use on how we create programs, how we connect with the audience, because today it's a two-way conversation. That's an incredibly important thing to remember. I don't care what you think I need to hear if you're on a radio station, because I can create my own playlist on an iPod or on my iPhone. We can now create our own playlists on TiVo, on DVRs, on all kinds of digital media devices. So today, the audiences are creating their own television networks. Lost probably is the ultimate show for this generation and this kind of media revolution, because they not only listen to what the audience is thinking and saying, because there are more than 500 websites dedicated to the television show, the ABC show Lost. But the fact is, the producers listen to those websites. They go see what people are saying, and they actually change their storylines based on what they're hearing from viewers. It's a two-way conversation. That means your audience wants a voice. They demand a voice. And if we're not giving them a voice, if we're not giving them that opportunity for feedback, they will go somewhere else. That shift is huge. That shift is dramatic. That shift is revolutionary.
Join us for more of this conversation at Phil's Change Revolution blog at philcooke.com. That's PHILCOOKE.com. And keep checking this podcast for more up-to-date dispatches from the front lines of media, faith, and culture.